Hello, everybody. It's Az here. Please let me know if you can hear me. Oh my goodness, I've been having all sorts of technical fun today. Today, we're going to be streaming in two different frame rates, and you'll see what I mean in a second because we are playing Small Islands, which is coming out next month. It's actually coming out in like 4 weeks today, I think almost. And I'm super, super excited for it. And I've got myself a shiny new, very, very, very gorgeous, very, very, very blue sea. Check this out. Check out my. It's a little dull looking, and check out. Oh, look at that weird. There's a weird frame rate going on, but we're gonna live with it. I'm super excited because I'm literally going to be building out my islands and my archipelago on my big blue ocean, which is amazing. Like I'm probably more excited for this than I should be. Hello, Bree. I'm assuming you can hear me loud and clear. Otherwise, you would have said. So I'm hoping that I'm coming in good. Hello, Brody. Nice to see you. How the devil are you? Bit of YouTube, bit of Facebook love there. That's awesome. It's nice to be back home. Nice to be back home again. Hello, Carolina. Nice to see you. And hello, Matthews of Board Game Shot. Very nice to see you, sir. Sorry I missed you when I was in Poland, but I'll definitely let you know when I'm coming back and it's a little less manic, hopefully, although it's always exciting and manic when I'm there. Sure can. Great. I'm going to be doing something tonight that I'm a bit kind of nervous about because Small Islands is an amazingly easy to learn, simple family game that's super, super inclusive, really, really nice kind of levels of tiers up. But this is going to be my first time playing it solo, but my first time playing it physically as well. I have given it a go on Board Game Arena, which you can do if you'd like to try Small Islands. You can play it on Board Game Arena for free and give it a whirl. This is going to be my first time solo. It's going to be my first time with the physical. And I worked out when setting up and having a little look at it that the AI, the Alexis AI, does not mess around. And I'll come to that again in a minute. Love the shells with Lucky Duck View. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I'm working on, I need to fill this space, right? We need to get some like artwork here. So I have my interview camera which points at the shells, and then this is my game table where I can bring you guys into my little bit of space here. One of the rules I love in Small Islands, actually, I must mention this because obviously with a camera I'm framing it and setting up the table really nicely to make sure you can see it. And I must read to you one of my favorite rules about tile placement, because we're going to be placing tiles, and there's a bunch of rules about matching up the landscapes and using the corners and orthogonal adjacency and all that stuff. But the last point is simply a landscape tile cannot go over the edge of a table. As everyone knows, the earth is flat, and the edge of the table represents the end of the world. And I like the idea that the edge of the table represents the end of the world, both the edge of the world, but also the end of the world. Oh, Chris, how the devil are you? Those pictures you shared from Gen Con made me A, so happy, and B, so jealous. That picture of you with everybody sat around and that poor one guy who didn't have a mask on was beautiful and lovely, and I adored it. I am very well, and I hope you're doing well and recovering from an amazing weekend. Okay, without much further ado, we're going to get into this. So, for anyone that doesn't know, Small Islands actually came out originally from Mushroom Games in 2018. Quite a small print run. It didn't really have a massive English release, and we loved this game whenever we first played it. And we've decided to pick it up, and we're going to be re-releasing it next month with a huge new publication. We have revamped the rulebook. We've gone through it and given it like an extra coat of polish and varnish, making it even nicer. But generally, it's the same game. It is a tile-laying game. Very family friendly, where you're going to be building out a series of islands, an archipelago, and you'll be exploring it, gathering resources and trying to get prestige for your clans. So lovely little game. It's something that is great to learn as you start getting into it, because the game actually comes with a basic standard mode. It also then has an advanced mode, and then it also has not just a solo mode, which I'm going to be playing now, but beyond that, a great explorer mode. And I'm going to come to that. I'll do that at the end, because those who don't pay attention, oh, do you know, I'll do it. I'll do it now. I'll show you now. Right. Anyone, if you get a copy of Small Islands, or you know someone else that's got it, you're going to look really cool when you do this, right? Because at the back of the book, there are some Great Explorer and Advanced Mode Great Explorer objectives. Now, if you don't want to cheat, it tells you what you have to do. So you have to gain 60 prestige in the game. You have to gain 10 or more prestige points from ship tiles in the game. So you've got little objectives you have to complete. Now, if you complete these, it rewards you. And how it rewards you, I adore. Don't tell anyone where you learned this. Say that you did it by being an amazing sailor. Now, you get baggies with the game, so I've got all my baggies nicely packed in here. And it's got, an incredibly gorgeous inside of a box, actually. Now, inside here, underneath this, if I actually take out the inlay, there is, actually stuck into the inlay, there is an extra set of Great Explorer normal and advanced mode rules and cards. And you've got extra objective cards and these extra mission cards here that are only there once you complete the Great Explorers, or if you're like me and you have a sneaky little look beforehand. Now, I'm not going to tell anybody. You don't tell anybody what you found out. Just tell them that you're a great explorer. Oh, I'm now ruining the insert. Tell them that you were a great explorer and you found it doing it the honest and true way. I'm not going to condone shortcuts. And so this means that when you start playing, you can start basic, you can get the family involved, it's very, very simple to learn the basics of just laying tiles, getting points, and feeling good. Then you can up it to the advanced mode. Then if you want to challenge yourself, you've got the solo mode. And then if you want, you can go for those Great Explorer objectives and then get those extra packs of cards to give you extra versatility and different ways to play the game, which I just adore. Very excited to see a physical copy in action. Oh, Brie, I mean, I am ecstatic to have this. And hello, Tom Michaels, nice to see you. And now, Chris, no puffins. Oh, I wish there was puffins. There is a lot of seagulls. There's a lot of, we got a little bit of bird love. Not puffin love, though, unfortunately. Does make me a little sad now you've said that. Need more puffins. Right, let's get into it. So, get the rules out of the way, although I might need them later, because as I said, this is the very first time I'm playing a physical copy, and it's going to be the very first time I'm playing the solo mode. Now, I need to start the game. Hello, Stuart. Nice to see you, sir. How the devil are you? Seagulls are evil puffins. They're kind of like, I don't know, evil, right? They're not evil. I love the sound of seagulls, but I grew up on a seaside town. So I'm going to just randomize the starting tiles a little bit here. And whenever you start the game, generally the first player chooses it. I'm going to just kind of throw them out. I don't really want to complete an island right away. Let's do this. So there's 4 double-sided seagull tiles that you basically use to set up the initial part of the game. Now, I also need a few things. I need 2 landscape tiles myself. I then need to deal 3 landscape tiles into what is basically our area that we can choose them from. Wow, they're all incredibly similar. That's crazy. I also then need 1 objective card when the game starts. But then at the start, I actually draw 2 more objective cards. And this is one of my favorite parts of the game. Now, if you're playing the basic mode, which is what I'm doing, you get these objective cards which come in 2 halves, but on 1 card. So let me bring this up and I'll show you up close. You should see what that looks like. So this one lets me place my clan houses on an island that has a temple and 2 flowers, or 2 lotus flowers. And if I do that, I get a point for each temple and a point for each flower. Very, very simple. And there's going to be 4 rounds in the game. So I would do this at the end of a round and get points for doing so. Another example would be I can place my clan houses on islands that have more lotus flowers than they do have. I think that's papaya. Is that right? I'm sure I'm making that up. Am I making that up? Dragon fruit. Sorry. I mean, dragon fruit's kind of like papaya, right? Right? So this would be, you can place your houses to get points on any island that has more lotus flowers than the dragon fruit. And then you get 1 point per flower plus a bonus 2. So basically, these cards are telling you what your goal is to allow you to place a clan house and then what points you get for doing so. So at the start, you're going to have 3. You choose 1 to discard, and then you choose 1 to play and 1 to keep for a future round. And in every round, you're going to get 2 more. What else am I forgetting? Oh, before I start the game proper. So I mentioned earlier, I'm going to be playing against the AI. The AI is called Alexis after the game's designer. And what I love about this is Alexis has an AI deck. But before you start playing, I'll show you. Oh, there we go. There are actually 6 different levels of difficulty that you can choose for Alexis. Now, what is set by that is a couple of things. The first thing is it tells you how many of Alexis's cards will be explorers, which is 9 in this case. It tells you how many of them will be land, which are cards that can potentially end a round, which would be 3 in this case. And then your goal points to beat. So 40 points plus a point for each house that Alexis is able to do. So if we go to level 2, you'll see that we've got more lands, so slightly more aggressive, slightly more points, slightly harder target. But as you go up, the strategy completely changes. If you look at 3, for example, Alexis becomes far more focused on exploring than landing and gets 5 points per house. He wants to basically expand across the seas as quickly as possible. And if you look at 4, it changes again completely the other direction and wants to focus on short rounds, ending the rounds as quickly as possible by landing and then getting 75 points and 5 points per house. So I have to pick one. I kind of want to let you all pick. So 1 to 6. But this is my first game in solo and my first game physically with small islands. So be gentle. I'm thinking 2, maybe 3, maybe 2 just. I think we'll skip 1, right? We're not going to do 1. We'll go straight to 2, maybe. What do you think? Let me know what difficulty you play on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Be nice to me, though. Please be nice to me. But I'll go with the one that chat chooses. And if we lose, we lose. It'll be a learning curve. Learning experience. So I've got my 2 tiles. I've got my 3 objectives. I have to pick one of those. We now have to make the Alexis deck. Carolina says 6. I don't think so somehow. Don't make me do 6. Please, somebody else back me up, but don't make me do 6. I think I would have to take it down to like a 5 at least. 6 is 76 points and plays a very, very, very balanced game. Plays I shouldn't have let chat choose this, right? 6 is this, where basically is a perfect balance of land and explore actions. So Alexis is going to be hard to predict and is going to always probably have a good potential action on their turn, which is like Gian says 4. Okay, so we got 4. We got a 2. Okay, so we're playing an even level. We're not playing 1, 2, or 3. All right. I'm going to say 2 or 4, right? Right, chat. Back me up here. 2 or 4. Let's hear another vote. So 2 would be quite explory, and 6 would be quite landy, quite aggressive lands. I mean, I don't want to be a big chicken, but I do want to learn. But I might go with 4. 4 might end quite quickly is the only thing. We'll see. Now, what do I need to do to finish this game? I need to make the Alexis deck. I need to set 6 landscape tiles onto our navigation tiles. So these 6 tiles will guarantee a minimum of 6 turns before a round can end. So you have to have 6 turns before a round. Hello, Steve. It's been a long time since I saw you here. Hello, sir. Okay. Steve's giving me pity. I'm gonna run. I'm gonna take it before anybody else votes or Carolina comes back, and I'm gonna say we're gonna play on 2. So we're playing with this Alexis. So it's going to be 8 explore cards, 4 land cards, and then we have 45 points plus 1 for each house at the end to beat. So let me grab the Alexis deck. I'm going to just choose the first ones that come up. So there's the 4 land cards done. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's the 8 explore cards, and we'll shuffle these together. So what we're just doing right now is forming this random deck of actions that's going to determine how Alexis played the tile. You've been quiet but watching. Oh, thank you, Steve. It's nice to have you here. So at every turn, Alexis is going to be trying to either place more tiles onto the board or trying to land, end the round, and start triggering point scoring. So put this over here. So 45 is the score to beat plus 1 point for each house that Alexis has. Now, I have 2 tiles and I have 3 objective cards. I'm going to look here. So let's start looking at the island. So we have 1 island here. We have 1 island starting here and 1 island starting here. So this is quite large, and it's right now has 3 leaf. It has 2 dragon fruit and 2 temples. I believe the leaf are called Accra. I'm probably going to forget that. Actually, they're not amazing for what I have now on my cards. I do have one that favors temples and lotus flowers, which could start here or here. So I might hold on to that one. I think I'll also... There's only 1 port on the board right now, so I don't feel great about the port one. So I'm actually going to discard that. That's going to be my discard card for this round. And then the one I'm going to choose to play, I get to choose to play one for this round and keep one for a future round. I'm going to play the temple and lotus one. So normally this would be hidden. You wouldn't reveal this, but this is going to be, just so you all know at home, this is what I'm going to do. So I'm going to try to make islands that have temples and lotus flowers. and then try and place one of my houses onto those islands to get points. Have a nice journey, Az. Oh, thank you, Wenceslas. Oh, Wenceslas, haven't seen you in a while as well. Thank you so much. Let's hope this goes well, and let's hope that we are able to beat level 2 Alexa's AI. Okay, I'm the first player. This is just how the AI works for solo mode. So on your turn, you're going to do one of two things. You're going to, first of all, the first thing you can do is explore. And if you explore, there are 2 tiles in my hand. I can choose one of the 3 available tiles from here, add it to my hand, and from the choice of 3, place one of them onto the board. Very simple. The second action you can do is to land. And if you land, you have to wait until this stack of 6 tiles is empty. And when you land, you take one of the ships here. Now, I have my ship, and Alexis basically has 3 neutral ships that are basically like blockers. When you take your ship, you'll take it, you'll place it into a legal spot, so basically somewhere that's just got water beside it, and you will trigger end of a round and scoring. So rounds length are variable because players get to choose when they end, but you have a predetermined number of tiles here to get a minimum number of turns. So you're never going to be completely caught out of the blue. You're always going to have at least a certain number of turns. So what do I want? I want temples and flowers. Wow, I should have looked at my tiles first because I have no temples and flowers on my tiles, and there's no temples and flowers out here. Well, we're gonna talk strategy because I have an idea. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to grab this tile, and I'm going to place it here. Now, every player at the start of the game has 4 bonus resources. Now, if I bring this up, let's show you here. Now, these bonus resource tokens can be used to cover and replace another resource. They're a little tricky though. You technically have 2 of each symbol, but they are not mirrored, if that makes sense. So on one side of a port, you may have a dragon fruit. On the other side of the dragon fruit, you may have an accurate, and so on. So every player starts with 4 of these bonus tiles, bonus resources, sorry. So what I'm going to do is I've placed my tile here. I could place it anywhere, but what I'm going to choose to do is I'm going to cover up one of those aqua leaves with one of my own lotus flowers. So what I've got now is an island that's starting to be built with 2 lotus flowers and a temple. So I know already that that matches with my objective and that I can put a clan house there. But what I really need to do now is get a lot more temples and a lot more lotus flowers there to be able to capitalize on that. So in my turn, I basically replenish. Oh, that's a tasty one. I want that. But let's see what Alexis has after. So Alexis has a deck that we shuffled and prepared before. So Alexis' card is going to tell me, first of all, what type of action it is. So it's an explore. So it's going to involve a tile. It tells me which one to take. So it's 1, 2, 3, according to the image on the left. And then it's going to tell me where to put it. And it's all done based off where I put my last tile. So he's going to take this one. I put my last tile here. It's going to go 1 all the way across and then be orientated in whatever way it needs to be to fit. Perfect. So it will go there. Lovely. If it couldn't have fit here, we then would have gone to the second direction, which would have been down. And if it couldn't have fit there, we then would have gone to the next direction, which would have been that way. We don't need to worry about the bottom right of the card. That only comes to Alexis placing houses. So we don't need to worry about that for now. We replenish the tile. That's a tile we super duper want because that has a lotus flower and a temple on it. And it's also going to help close off an island and start a new one at the same time. So yeah, I'm taking this one. I'm going to play it immediately. I'm going to play it here so we can continue to build up the temples and lotus flowers here. Now, there is currently only 1 place for a clan house to be built, just there. I would really like to add more just in case Alexis swoops in and places their house before mine. Jeff says, love me some tile laying, especially with such nice looking tiles. You are not wrong, Jeff. These tiles are legitimately gorgeous. And so I know Jeff's a bit of a more serious gamer, so I'm going to mention a little bit about the advanced mode just now. If you're playing the basic mode, when you have your objective cards, you have a set requirement and a set points. If you play the advanced mode, you'll see just over here, there are 2 decks. The reason for that is in the advanced mode, you get cards that you can mix and match. So you'll draw different cards, and then you will combine them. So in this case, it would be number of tiles making up an island, and then the requirement would be a temple and 2 leaves. So that's the wrong way around. It should be this way around. It's actually got a little frame to show you. So you actually make your own objective card. So I could say, no, actually, I'd rather get these points and go for this combination instead. So what you're doing each time you play, when you're playing on the advanced mode, is you are getting a number of these cards in halves and then changing them around according to the current board state, giving you flexibility on how you set your own objectives, which I adore. Right. Anyway, but we're playing on basic because I'm keeping it simple. So Alexis went, we need to replenish a tile. That's more lotus flowers, which I think is great. And actually, there is somewhere for it to go. So do you know what? It's a no-brainer for me. I am picking this up and I'm putting it here. That's adding 2 more lotus flowers to this island and a second place for a house. So I should be relatively sure that I can get this round. Because again, because of my objectives, I'm really looking for a heavy lotus flower temple island this round. You can only place one clan house, so one itty-bitty little clan house, on each island. So what I really need to start doing now is maybe not focusing so much on this single island, but start now focusing on other islands as well. Because I have 4 of these little clan houses right now. But I have 4 more in reserve. And at the end of scoring, at the end of each round, if I've placed 2 houses, I will get 2 more to draw more. But you'll only ever have a maximum of 8 whole game and 4 potentially per round. So what that means is you have to choose when's the right time to score. You don't want to necessarily go very fast. You maybe want to wait a little bit longer to try and get more points once the islands have grown. So it's a decision point for me about whether I start trying to spread out multiple islands or I continue building into this bigger one. So I will replenish the tile. That's quite a nice one for me. Hopefully Alexis doesn't take it. We flick an Alexis card. Oh my goodness, Alexis is going to take it. Gah! So, oh no, but this is amazing. So Alexis is taking 1, 2, 3, taking this one. And then it's 1, 2, 3 of what the positions it can go. And it's actually going to go 1 across from my one. That's actually worked out really well. Now, bear in mind, if we were playing a game ourselves and we weren't playing as an AI, this information would be hidden. So no player would know that that's actually amazing for me. I would have to assume that they're working towards something very similar. But that is actually super duper helpful. Okay. So my turn. What I have in my hand. I would love to kind of start closing off that island. You don't need to. You can still place clan houses on islands even if they are not closed. But I don't want it to keep growing and growing. And offering up potential points for Alexis. I'm not a massive fan of the other things out here. The card I kept for future turns also involved Lotus, so I maybe shouldn't have kept 2 Lotus objectives. So I think I'm going to grab this big, huge one that's just going to fill an area. And I'm not going to play other ones in my hand, he says, but then thinks about it. Oh, do you know what? Maybe actually I do play this one. I'm going to play this one here and start opening up a couple more islands. Oh, I want that tile. So we're out of navigation tiles now. We've gone through the 6 that were available right here. I must have done that slightly wrong. Potentially I missed a replenish. 1, 2, 4, 6. I'm not sure if I placed too few tiles or I forgot to replenish on one. There should be 1 more, right? Alexis has taken 2 turns. So there should be 1 more tile there. Apologies. Alexis has only taken 2 turns. It should be a 3rd turn. So Alexis's 3rd turn is now. Boom. Alexis. So this is a land. So this tells me that if Alexis could, they would place a ship right now and end the round. But there is a tile still left. I hope I've done that math right. They're going to take 1, 2, 3. So they're going to take this one. The last tile I placed was here. So they're going to go 1 across from that. Can they place this legally? Can they play? Yes, they can. Here is a legal placement. It's going to make this a very tough place potentially to finish. Okay. And now replenish. Okay, so now I have the option to either continue exploring, or if I wanted, I could stop, say I'm going to land. I could take either my ship or one of the other ships and place it onto the map. Now, why is that important? You'll see that just around there are little port icons. There's not that many on the board just yet. But if you place your ship at the end of the game, you will score points for the 8 tiles that surround your ship. And you'll get a point for every single port on those 8 tiles. In the solo mode, these ships basically act as like blockers. They're not going to score you any points. They're not going to score Alexis any points. They're just getting in the way. My ship really doesn't have anywhere super exciting to go. I could go here for future potential points that are going to come. I could go here for a similar reason, but there's nowhere where I'm seeing a huge amount of ports coming together. I do have ports on my little resource tokens. I think I have 2. I have 1 because I placed, this was a port, right? Yeah, that was a port. So I have 1 port token left that I could place to build up more ports, but it feels a bit early. So I'm not going to trigger the end of the round. I'm going to go ahead and grab this temple and lotus, which I think is still better than the other tiles I have. I'm going to place it here, like so. And I don't want to put a bonus token down, so I will replenish from the stacks up here. There we go. Alexis does not end the round. So Alexis is going to take tile number 1, and it's going to try and place it south of mine, which he can do. So it's going to go there. Does not want to let that island close. Okay, Alexis, all right. So new tile. Oh, I want to close that island. I really wish he hadn't extended it. So this is worth a lot of points to me right now. This is potentially worth 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Sorry, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That's quite a few points. Remember, the goal I'm going for is 45 points plus 1 for each house that Alexis places. So, let's grab this one. I'm going to immediately put it up here to add more lotus and more temples to that island. Okay, now Alexis has 4 land cards, doesn't draw a land. We're going to be exploring with this one. And it's going to try and put it to the right of mine, which is not going to work. It can't go there because it's water on land here. There's no other potential orientation. So it's going to try 2, which it can do, but a little awkwardly. Oh, man. All right, Alexis, I see you. I see you exploring in a properly awkward way, messing up my island. Grr. All right. I get a new tile. Yeah, this is really tricky now. We need one of these like split tiles to be able to round that off properly. We could join them together. We could continue this and actually bring them both round. Is that beneficial to us? No. So here's the trickiness. What I really need to do is close this off before these connect. Because if these connect, this is going to become one big, humongous island, which could mean that on a future turn, Alexis is kind of going to be able to take points from there that I can't. Or maybe I do want to connect it. Oh, but I need to know whether it's going to connect now. And I don't have any easy ways to connect it. So let me grab... Oh, I don't like that one. Let me grab this one. I like the 2 ports. There's very few ports on the board, actually. Putting some more ports down... Do you know what? Putting more ports down feels kind of good, actually. Let's put this over here. I'm looking to see... maybe here? I'm looking to see where I could possibly put a ship on a future turn that's going to give me a bunch of points. Actually, here feels pretty good. And hopefully I could grab a ship there. That would be nice. Okay, new tile. And a new Alexis card. Okay, Alexis is still exploring. So he's taking this one. He's going to put it 1, which is that direction. Can't do that. He's going to try doing 2, which is that direction. Can't do that. And 3, it can do that. So it's going right there. We're going to have to move things a little bit. I'll give ourselves just a little bit more space. I think we're going to have some really big islands growing here. But I think it's time for me to land this island, which is exactly what I'm going to do. And I like this location for my ship now. So I'm going to, instead of exploring, I'm going to land. So I'll take my ship I'll place it here. I'll move these up a bit as well. Now, placing my ship there won't score me any points until the end of the game, but it solidifies me in this spot, and hopefully I can get maybe a few more ports in there, or I can surround it with more ports on that side, and that would be really brilliant. So doing scoring is very simple. So I look for any islands that meet my criteria. So my criteria is 1 temple and 2 flowers. So I could go here on this island. I can obviously go on this one that we've been working on. This one has no lotus, so that's not an option. This one only has 1 lotus and no temples. This one down here has 1 lotus, 1 temple. So really, it's these 2. The question is, how many of my clan houses do I want to use? I mean, this position on that island is obvious. That's definitely happening. It's probably too early to commit to this one, because if I place a clan house on this island, that's it. I can never place a clan house on that island again. So the moment you choose to score an island, that's it for the game. So I'm not going to spend it now, but I do need to focus on putting more clan houses out quicker. So I'm going to get 1 point for each temple, 1 point for each lotus. So I get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Get 13 prestige. Okay. Now, for Alexis, what we do is we draw one of their cards, we flip it over, and in the bottom right-hand corner, we're now going to try and trigger Alexis. Now, I'm going to quickly just double-check this just to make sure I get it right. But basically, what we do is we look for islands that have that symbol. So we draw a new card, and then place clan houses in all the islands that fulfill the objective. So, and then we're going to shuffle all the expedition cards of Alexis. So Alexis' card says 2 Accra. So there's none here. There is 1 there. There are 3, 4 on this island. So he's going to put a house there. There are 3 on that one. So he'll put a house there. And then he'll replenish. I replenish from 3 to 4. He replenishes from 2 to 4. I think that's it. So Alexis essentially just gets 2 points, because that's what Alexis' AI card says. It's going to be 45 plus 1 for each house. For us, we get scored according to our objective. So we got, what did I say, 13? 12, sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yes, perfect. So I'm going to grab the AI deck, shuffle Alexis' cards up, and then we're going to look to reset and go again. So that was round 1. We've got 3 rounds in total to play. But now, this island is locked for both of us. This island is locked for Alexis. Pretty good, actually. This is going to continue to expand beautifully. So the card I play is going to get discarded, plus the one that I discarded earlier at the very start of the round. We shuffle them into the objectives. I have the one that I kept. And if I was really playing properly, I would have paid very close attention to the one I kept. It involves lotus and dragon fruit. Dang. Yeah, no, there's options. There's options. I'd love to connect these 2, actually. If I could connect these 2 islands, that would go really well. I draw 2 more. And I'm going to get to choose of these 3 now. 1 to play, 1 to discard, and 1 to keep for a future round. Let us do... Oh, sugar. I like all of these. I'm going to discard this one. And I have 2 choices. I can play one that gives me, lets me play on an island that has lotus flowers, more lotus flowers than dragon fruit. And I get a point for each lotus flower, plus 2. Or I can play a temple and 2 Accra, and then get a point for each one, which this one is looking kind of good for already. This one is also looking kind of good for the other objective, but it needs really to join together, I think, to be really good. So I'm going to keep that one for later, and I'm going to go for the temple and the Accra. So I triggered the end of the round, right? Didn't I? Yes, I triggered, because my ship's out. I triggered the end of the round, so we go to the first player for the next round is going to be Alexis. So Alexis is, I need to put 6 new tiles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, Alexis. Boom. Taking tile number 3. Now, where was my last tile I placed? Oh, it was the ship here. So it's now going to go as far across to 1. So take this one. It can't do that. There's no way for that to go there. So it's going to go 2. There's no way for it to do that. So it's going to go 3, and it can do that. Oh, that's actually really good for me. That's ended up in Alexis putting 2 ports beside my ship. That's actually incredible. I love it so much. Thank you, Alexis. Okay, new tile. So temples and Accra. There's a tile with temple and Accra. I have a tile with temple and Accra. I quite like my tile, but I also like this one, so I'm going to grab it. I'm going to put my... Oh, no, can't go there, actually. Oh, sugar. I thought I could be sneaky and do that, but I cannot. But maybe we can build up to it. So let's do this and add another temple and another Accra to this island, and then we'll replenish. And Alexis is going to take the first tile, going to try and place it below, which he can. So it's going to go like this. That's okay. That's creating a new island over here. It doesn't really impact my plans for the big kind of conjoined island that I'm working on. So that's all right. I don't mind that too much. None of these are amazing, but I do quite like this one to come in here and add another Accra to that. Quite like that. So now we're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4 temples and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Accra on the islands. Okay, that feels pretty good for this round's objective. And don't forget, usually these would be secret. You wouldn't be letting the other players see, but I trust you all, not to tell Alexis what I'm doing. So Alexis is going to take tile 1. I put it here, so it's going to try and go to here, which it can do. Oh, this could end up being just a little teeny weeny super cute island over here. Possibly. That's fine. So that's 3 Explorer cards gone from Alexis. So there are 4 land cards still in their deck. So I could expect them really, as soon as this navigation stack runs out, they could land and end the round pretty quickly. Right. I want more temples and I want more Accra, but potentially I need to, that's my active card, I need to think ahead as well. So if I'm thinking ahead, I want to join these islands, don't I? Can I? Would that one work there? I believe it would. So I'm taking this one and I'm going to start working towards not my objective now, but my objective potentially in a future round. And I'm going to place that here, basically in an attempt to start connecting these 2 land masses into one large island. I'll need a straight in there to finish that, and then we're great. That's good. I like this. So that's tile gone. So now the navigation stack is empty. So as soon as Alexis draws a land AI card, we're going to have the round over. And it is not a land AI. So middle one. I was going to attempt to put it here, which it can. Oh, Alexis, you cheeky monkey. Fills it right in immediately. Well, I'm not going to complain about that. You've been quite nice to us this game. Okay, let's think for a second. So it could be worthwhile me ending the round. Or I think I need to check, how does Alexis place a ship? Where does Alexis put their ship? If they do the land action, they take a grey ship tile. Place the ship tile in the spot indicated by the card. So it follows the normal position rules. Would I be mad? Would I be mad if Alexis took a good ship spot? Not really, because my ship's in a pretty good spot with 5 ports surrounding it already. So I think I'm okay to push my luck a little further and try and add more temples or Accra to this growing land. 1 temple, 1 Accra, 1 temple. This one has both a temple and an Accra, so I think I end up playing the one I have in my hand. But we'll take the one with the port. Actually, thinking out loud, do you know what? Let's play the port one. Let's play it around my ship. Yes. I like that. Actually. I wasn't thinking about that, but that works well. Right, Alexis. Okay, Alexis is going to land. So I'm going to grab a ship. This was my last tile. It's going to try to put it here. It cannot. It'll try and put it here. It cannot. It'll try and put it here, and I believe it can. I'm pretty sure ships can be placed adjacent to other ships. I'm just going to quickly check and make sure that, yep, ships can be placed adjacent to other ships, so that's fine. That's frustrating because I've just given Alexis points. Have I? Does Alexis get points for ships? Maybe not. That would be sad. Oh no, he really does. Prestige points earned during the game. Uh-oh. Okay, so I should have paid more attention and I should have potentially tried to end that quicker because Alexis has just scored himself end game 5 points. Okay, so we're now really we're not in a bit of trouble. So let's draw an Alexis card to find out where their houses are going. So any island that has 2 dragon fruits. So it's going to put 1 here. It can't go there because it's been there already. That only has 1 dragon fruit, and that has none, and that one has none. So it's just there. So Alexis will place another house and then grab another one to go back to 4. So 5 remaining in total. Yeah, that was ouch. So for me, I'm looking for anywhere that has a temple and 2 leaf. So basically, what did I do wrong? Temple and 2, yeah, temple and 2 leaf. So I want to go here. That I definitely want. I wanted to connect this not for this round, for future round. For future round, right? That was it. Alexa. Yeah, that would be scary. I think Alexa would absolutely destroy me. I'm not so. I need to be careful because I've got 3 houses still. I've got 3 more to come. It might be really difficult for me to place a lot of houses back to back, but it might be okay to place less houses, but just for big points. So I have a choice. I could place one here, but it's only going to net me 4 points, which feels bad, man. So I think I'm going to chance it. I'm not going to place it. I'm going to go for this one. So I'll get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we're on 22 points. Uh-oh, that was not a good round for scoring. Not a good round for scoring at all. I'm now very nervous about this. Okay, we're going to shuffle up Alexa's deck. Alexis's deck. We're going to shuffle the deck belonging to Alexis. How do we say Alexis? Alexis? Someone help me in chat, please. Something belonging to Alexis. Is it Alexis's? Alexis's deck. Oh no, round 2 has broken my brain. Okay. We're going to need 6 new tiles added to the navigation stack. I'm not going to move it anymore, right? I'll move it a little bit more. So Alexis has space to put ports above themselves. So I feel like I'd be being mean. But that's it. I'm not moving any further. So if it can only go 1 more row up, and then we're not going to keep moving. Otherwise, you'll not see what's going on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I need to shuffle the objective deck and then draw 2 more of these. And I'm really wanting to see one that involves dragon. I mean, I have a dragon fruit and lotus one, but the points part of it is only for the lotus. I'd really like to see one that involves like scoring points for dragon fruit. That would be my jam. And I did not. Well, technically yes, but also no. Sugar. Okay, this one can go away. It's not going to happen, and I need to choose one to play right now. And I think it's going to be the plan. I'm going to stick to the plan I had, focusing on this island and to get more lotus flowers. I'm going to grab a 4th house, but probably I need to place more than 1 house this turn. I've got 4 in my possession, 2 more still to come. So really, I need to be looking at like 3 houses this turn. Yeah, tough. So Alexis finished that one, so it's me to go first. Let's try and finish some islands. Don't know how possible this is going to be. So this island is locked. This island is locked. I have this one open, but Alexis doesn't. This little island is super duper cute. I have no idea what to be doing with it. I mean, I don't think I want anything to do with it, really. It's just not worth anything right now. So I'll probably want to keep adding a little bit to this one. But I need lotus flowers. And I might use a bonus icon to make that happen. Or I could put more ports around me, but actually, the only place I can continue to put more ports around me is this space, which I don't want to do because Alexis is right there. Ah, grr. Oh, Alexis, you cheeky monkey. I'm so proud of you. Okay, give me this. No. Yeah. No. Yeah. Give me this. I'm going to start a new little island down here. Let's work on that. All right, Alexis, what are you doing? You are going to try and explore. You're going to take this tile. You're going to put it across from there. You cannot do that. So you're going to put it down. You can do that. So you're going to go there. Lovely. I'm coming to the edge of the screen. Uh-oh. So I've got more table down here, but you guys are the end of the world, so I'm not going to go any further. I gotta say that's the bottom of everything. There's nothing else there. It's the end of the world. All right, Alexis. And replace that tile. Yes, I want this. I want all of that. Very, very much so. And I want it right there. And I want to put how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are 5 lotus, and there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 dragon fruit. I need it to have more lotus and dragon fruit. So I'm going to put a lotus over the top of a dragon fruit. So now there's 6 lotus, 5 dragon fruit. Perfect. If I can keep it that way, that would be great. Please, Alexis, don't be mean. So Alexis is going to try to land, but the navigation deck is not empty, so cannot. So we go to the next one. So third tile, it's going to try and place it down from me, which it could, but it's the end of the world. It can't go there. Can't go there. 2 would be this way. It cannot go there. So 3 is up, and it cannot go there either. So that tile is, if it cannot place anywhere, we simply discard it. I don't think it's going to get placed. So if it's impossible to place the tile, then remove it from the game. Alexis will not place the tile this turn, but earns a prestige point. Ah, okay. All right, you little show off. Fine. Fine. Waves, hey, lovely people. Hello, Andrew. And you could put bonus icon ports on the tiles that Alexis can benefit. Oh, that's good. So it's a maximum of 2 ports per tile. So I could put one here, one there, one there. I only have 1 left, but yes. Thank you. What a great call, Bree. Okay. Tough. So that was Alexis. Over to me. Yes, more lotus, please. Yes, please. I would like more lotus. And I'm not even going to look at the ones in my hand. That's just going right there. And do you know what, Brie? I'm with you. Let's just go nuts. Let's stick a port down here so that we're getting more points and Alexis isn't. Yeah, ports. Named after the designer of the game, whose name I would butcher, I think, if I tried to say it. I'm not. Alexis Allard. Oh, that's actually not too bad. I did okay, I think. Right, replace the tile. That's fine. Got my objective. Alexis is going to take the second tile. Going to try and place it this direction. Oh, well, goodness me. So that's not too bad because Alexis gets 2 more points, but I also get 2 more points. So, oof. Those 2 ports. Oh, my word. Be still my heart, Alexis. You're actually toying with me. It's ridiculous. All right. I'll replace that tile. So now we can trigger the end. Now, if I just going to double check the scoring, it does say that every grey ship, so 1 prestige point tokens earned during the game, 1 prestige point for each port located on the 8 landscape tiles around each grey ship. So there's 2 more grey ships to be placed. Do I stop now so I can place a grey ship and ensure that there's no ports nearby? Hello, Tanta. Or do I keep building for more points? I genuinely feel so burned by my last round that I'm going to end it now to stop Alexis being able to place a ship in a really strong position. So I'm going to land. I'm going to place this somewhere where it's going to get nothing, at least nothing at the moment, which for me is here. Yeah, right at the edge of the world. Okay, I triggered the end. So we go to my objective card. So just to, again, show you all my objectives. So basically, on any island that has more lotus flowers than it has dragon fruit, I can place a house. And then I'll get a point for each lotus, blah, 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 blah. a point for each lotus flower plus 2. So obviously we're going here. And I think that's actually, technically I could go down there. I mean, technically I could go down there for a grand total of 3 points, but it could be worth it. It could be worth it. Yeah, this is it right here, Tantna. Right here. Just if you haven't seen it before, right beside the end of the world, as his finger. Pew, 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 pew. I don't think I will. Oh, but this, I'm going to leave. If I don't do it now, I'm going to leave myself one house short for the whole game. But do you know what? I think I have to do it. I think I have to, as in I have to not do it. Oh, brutal. Yeah, I'm not going to do it. So this one is going to score me a point per lotus. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Plus 2 is 9. So I'll take a 10 and I'll put a 1 back. So right now I'm on 31 points. Alexis, well, finish their turn, is going to draw a card and place a house on every island they can with 2 accurate on it. They've been there, they've been there, they've been there. That's got 1 accurate. That's got 1 accurate. That's got no accurate. That's got 2 accurate. Gosh darn it, Alexis, you little cheeky monkey. How are you building more clan houses than me? Okay. Going into the last round now. You have lots of clan houses to play. If you can score it, you may as well. I don't know, but maybe I can make it bigger, Brie. I don't know. I don't know. Oh, I'm panicking. So Alexis, I've got 31. Alexis currently, before ships, has 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, and then we'll get ports from the grey ships. So right now, that's a lot here. I have 31. We need to get like 20 points. Does the re-release change anything in regards to the rules components in comparison to the first release from a couple of years ago? No, Tanta, that's a very good question. The only thing that we've updated is the rulebook. We've given it a little refresh, made it a little simpler, a bit more clear, and to help people go from the normal and then into the standard, into the advanced rules, and then the Great Explorer stuff as well. But other than that, it's exactly the same game. We're just really happy to print it far kind of more broadly and more wide now. Weren't you worried last round about being able to play all of your clan houses during the game? Yep. Yeah, I was. Yeah, I was, Brie, all right? Shh. Yeah, absolutely, Tanta. If you've got a copy already, there's not going to change anything for you. And you, Carolina, wanted me to play on level 6, and I think it's going to be very close if I can beat level 2. Okay, let's shuffle up Alexis' deck. Yeah, letting Alexis place that ship right beside all of those ports. Sad times. That fails bad. That's going to be the thing I think that swings this game. Lesson learned, man. You'll port me once, Alexis. You not port me twice. Okay. I need to put 6 tiles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 onto the navigation pal. I need to draw 2 more objectives. Look at them alongside the one that I already had from the last round. So this island's locked, this one and this one are locked. We're really trying to work with, well, whatever we can work with, really. So things that are, this is just a straight up 6 points. This is just a straight up 6 points, which, to be honest, with some smaller islands, could really be a thing. This just needs 1 port, and that's live. This would need a lotus and a port, and would be live. This one would need a lotus and a dragon fruit, and would be live. Man, I think that's the way to go, actually. So yeah, we discard one. Technically, we would keep the other one, but it doesn't matter. This is it. This is the game now. I should look at my tiles. Oh, I do have a port on one of them, actually. So yeah, this is okay, guys. This is okay. Have faith, all right? Have faith. I see things coming together. Okay, I finished the last round, so Alexis is going to go first. Alexis is going to play the middle tile. Now, where did I place the last one? Here. It's going to try and go down. It cannot. It's going to try and go this way. It can, and it will go. No, it can't, actually. My bad. It can't go there. So it's going to go up. And it can't go there either. So Alexis is going to be a cheeky monkey, not place a tile and gain another victory point. Grr. Grr, end of the world. Grr, end of the world, ruining me. Okay, replace the tile. That's great. They're the same, but I was planning on nabbing one of them. Yeah, I want ports. I want ports and one of each type of natural resource. So first thing I'm going to do is way over here, we have a lotus and a temple. I'm going to add a port to that and 2 dragon fruit. It can go up one further. Can it go one further to here? It doesn't have to go as close as possible. It can go there. Are you sure? Are you sure? You're super good. I like you here, Brie, keeping me right in the rules. Is it only if it has nowhere to go? Only if it's not possible. Same horizontal or vertical line. Yes, I think you're absolutely right. Actually, it should be as close as possible, but only if it can go there. So it couldn't go here. So it could go there. Aha! Take your point back. Thanks, Brie. If we win by a point, down to you. Saving my bacon. Okay, we flip a tile. I'm gonna. Do not forget, I have an Acra and a dragon fruit in hand. Which, do you know what? Actually, no. I'll hold on to it because I can place it anytime I explore. Yeah, you got my back, and I appreciate that. I appreciate that. So Alexis is taking the third tile and is trying to place it up from mine, which was down here, and it can do that. Not too worried. Not too worried about that. And we have a new one. Oops. Try not to wreck the place. That's super nice. That's super nice. I need to take advantage of that because that's got 2 ports on it. So with 2 ports, I would like to think that I could make an island somewhere. Oh, I'd love that to go here, but it can't. It can't. Oh, sucker. Here it only needs 1 port, and then it's done. Over there needs a port and an Acra, which I don't have in my hand. But I do have an Acra in my bonus resources. All right, let's go for the ones that just let's secure the islands that we need to secure. Right, let's not go crazy. So let's grab the double, but we're just going to play a single from my hand. So this one now has Acra, dragon fruit, and lotus plus 2 ports. So that's going to meet the criteria. I know I can go there. Brilliant. Okie dokie. Replace the tile. This is another double port. Oh, another double port. Oh, another double port that could actually go in a few interesting places. Okay, hold on. We'll do Alexis's turn first before it ruins my day. So I went here. Alexis is going to take the middle tile. It's going to try and go to the left first. So go, whoops, noisy. Can't go there. But it can go noisy all the way over there. That's actually quite good for us. We can open up that island with a bonus resource. But we're now at the edge of the world over there as well. Okay. The round could end very quickly. I need to start completing more of these, like right this instant. I cannot wait any longer. So, this tile would go amazingly here. That would open up that one to be placed on. I only need to put an Acra over there. Oh, amazing. Okay, so we take what we do, I think, so we take this one. We place it here. So this island now has 4 ports and 1 of each of the natural resources. I'll then place my bonus token, my bonus Acra, oh sorry for the creaky, way down here. So now there's 2 ports on that island, plus now an Acra, a lotus, and dragon fruit. So we have everything. So 1, 2, 3 islands are now available to us. Can we make this one or this one a 4th? Hello, Gaming Knights. How the devil are you, sir? How are you doing, man? It's lovely to see you, Jason. Oh, Jason, we need to talk about dragon meat. Yes, we do. As soon as I can get my head out of water. I have not forgotten. Let me, please, Alexis, don't end the round. Don't land. Don't land. Don't land. Didn't land. Okay, amazing. So we just went here. He's going to take 3rd tile. He's going to try and go this way, which he can. Actually helps this island quite a bit. I need an Acra. There is no Acra there. There is an Acra in my hand. There is an Acra in my hand, actually. Okay. So this island we can do. That island we can do. This island we can do. This island needs an Acra. I have an Acra in my hand, and even though it's a slightly awkward one, I will draw this, but I will play this, giving us 2 ports, Acra, Dragon Fruit, and a single Lotus. Perfect. Okay, now if Alexis doesn't end the game, I will certainly end the game next round. Alexis is going to. Boom. So I place this one. It's going to try and place it down. Oh, Alexis, I hate you and everything you stand for. It's going to put a ship right there for 3 points at the end of the game. Oh, okay. Oh, that's big. That's big. That's big. That's big. By the way, not sure why, but Twitch notification emails are still saying Sea Divinity. Oh, sugar. Thank you very much, Andy. I'll check that out. Going to be demoing this at Dragon Meat. I mean, I'd like to think. Oh, I said Dragon Con, Dragon Meat. Quite possibly. Quite possibly. I love it. It's amazing. This is my first time playing solo, and it's a super intriguing experience. So we need to draw a card for the Alexis AI to see where they can put houses. So they're looking for double Lotus locations that they've not placed on before. So this only has 1 Lotus. They're already here. This only has 1 Lotus. They're already here. They're already there. They're already there. That only has 1 Lotus. Wow, we got away very lucky. Very lucky with that last Alexis card. So no extra points. I have 4 houses to play that need to go on anywhere that has 2 ports, a Lotus, a Dragon Fruit, and an Acra. So 2 ports, 1 of each. So I can go here. 2 ports, 1 of each. I can go there. Big last turn. 2 ports, 1 of each. I can go over there. And 2 ports, 1 of each. I can go over there. So that's going to be 24 points. I'll put 1 back and take 25. Oh, we've got a chance, folks. We've got a chance. It's going to be tight. It's going to be tight. So I'm right now on 55 points. Oh, I've got a feeling Alexis might have beat us. Oh my goodness. So let me just check my points. What do we do? So prestige points gained, 55. Then discovery tokens. I didn't get any discovery tokens. There's a big pile of them here, but I didn't take any objectives that relate to discovery. Then points for each port on the 8 tiles around my ship. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, sorry, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 around here. So I'll just have to take that as a 9. 2, 3, 4. Let's put those 2 back and get a 10. So I'm on 30, 40, 50, 64. 64 points. That's it. I'm on 64. Oh, no. Oh, chat. Oh, chat. So Alexis, let me bring up Alexis scoring to make sure we do it right. So I said what I was on 64. No, Alexis, don't do this to me. So Alexis is on because we chose level 2. Goodness gracious, level 2 is going to beat us. 45 points plus 1 per house. So 45, 4 houses plus 1 that they gain during the game for not being able to place a tile. So they're on 50. So can they get less than 14 points? Then they're going to get points for each port around the black ships. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So Alexis gets a grand total of 61 points. We get a grand total of 64 points. Yay! Ooh, made it look easy. Never in doubt. Always knew we were going to do it. Never for a moment. That was all just for dramatic effect. Just, there was never a second where I ever thought that I was going to fail. And I just wanted to bring you all on the exciting journey. And oh my goodness, we got very lucky towards the end to be able to place all 4 houses for all 4 objectives in that last round after only placing 1 and then 2, or 2 and then 1, and then be able to place 4. That was wow, amazing. So that's the small island solo mode. So obviously the game is meant for 1 to 4 players. So 2 to 4, obviously you're playing multiplayer. You're gonna have a very different experience. But you can, as I mentioned earlier, in case you're coming to this chat new, you can play in the basic mode, standard mode, where you have these predetermined objective cards. Or if you like a more advanced gameplay, and it really does mix it up a lot, you can break those cards in half. So one side, the right side for your points, is on one of these cards, and then you have a whole deck that you'll be drawing from for the left hand side, and you can then pair these together to make your own custom objectives. So very randomly you could do things like this. Oh, hold on, let me make you bigger so you can see. If you wanted, you could do things where you're basically saying, right, I want to have points for temples, 2 points per temples on any island that has more Acra than Lotus. So this might seem a little weird, like the two things don't go together, but actually you could stumble across a place where there's loads of temples and just happens to be more Acra, maybe 2 Acra and 1 Lotus, or you place a bonus token and just swap that around like you saw me doing mid game. It's very flexible, very nice, really, really intuitive, which I absolutely adore about it. This was a blast. I enjoyed this. I'm now a little bit scared about Alexa's level 3, 4, 5, and 6, because this was level 2. I think we can play better. I think we learned a lot. And I think Alexa's 3 might have to be in our near future. If you haven't played it, you can check it out on Board Game Arena. There's a free version of Small Island. You can go and play absolutely for free on boardgamearena.com. If you are keen to get it, you can pre-order it on Lucky Duck's website right now. So luckyduckgames.com. You can actually pre-order immediately. And the game is out, I think the date's escaping now, but I think it's the 13th of October we're aiming for with this. So basically in just about 1 month's time, we'll have this out. So yes, thank you so much, everybody. Really appreciate everyone coming along, keeping me company. Thanks so much, Bree, for ensuring I get an extra 1 point or 2 that really pretty much got me over the finish line. And yeah, until next week and next time, I'll say goodbye for now. And one thing I will say for anyone that's still hanging out, that's backers of our games, we're going to have very big updates coming very soon on Kingdom Rush Elemental Uprising, on the shipping and everything happening there. And also Chronos Crown 2400 is literally going through final kind of clearance with all the apps and Google and Android and iOS with Apple. And as soon as that's through, we're going to be releasing those to backers. 2400 is imminent. Thank you so much, Bree. Well played. Thanks for the stream. Thank you so much. Well played to you as well for keeping me right. It was amazing. Aside from setting and solo, how does this feel different from Carcassonne? Yeah, so I mean, I'll be honest with you, I haven't played a massive amount of Carcassonne, but I think the main difference is the flexible objectives. Even if you play on the standard mode, you are going to have 3 objectives in your hand each turn. You're going to discard one, you're going to keep one for a future round, and then you're going to choose one to commit basically for that round of scoring. That is massive. The second thing that really changes it is the flexible end of rounds. So there's a certain element of how far can you push your luck before another player decides to quickly end the round. But in multiplayer, you'll see that I played with these gray ships, but the ships are actually double-sided. So what happens when you're playing is each player gets just 1 ship each. So each player can actually only trigger the round end scoring point once per game. But if you play with less players, then you introduce essentially like the neutral ships, which are basically then allow players to do it more than once. So that kind of, I wouldn't say random, but that player influence round end is actually crazy. So you're scoring intermittently over the course of the game, which then is compounded by the fact that you have 8 houses, but you only get 4 at the start of the game, and you only ever build up to 4 again. So if you don't place 1 or 2 houses every round, especially in rounds 1 and 2, you could end up locked out of scoring houses, which is like desperately bad, especially in the multiplayer games. A little bit different in a game where the AI is not working against you. So there's a bit more, I wouldn't say tech that, but there's definitely a bit more, player interaction is the thing I think that really sets it aside. Yeah, I think that's probably the main changes. This is only my first game with a physical copy. I played it in Board Game Arena once, my first game with a physical copy and my first solo game. So that's just my experience from the rules and kind of getting a little bit of a feel for it. But I think that's probably a fair assumption. Yeah, I think it's different enough from Carcassonne that you're going to get a different experience, but it's not different enough that anyone's going to struggle to go from one to the other. I'm going to jump. I would play this over Carcassonne. Carcassonne is a game that I've actually had middling experience with, positive and negative, some good games, some bad games. Small Islands, I think I would probably go into a bit more easily, but that's just personal preference. Okay. Thank you, everybody. I'm going to log off tonight. Thank you, Steve, for coming and asking questions. I really appreciate it. And to Andy and Bree and Carolina and to Stuart, who stopped by, and to Tanta on Twitch. Love getting messages from Twitch. It's amazing. Carolina and Wenceslas, everybody. Thank you so much. And Jeff as well. I will say good night. Have a lovely, lovely evening, everybody. And I will see you again next week.